Welcome to another episode of OKRealQuick. I'm your host, Tameka Monae.
And I'm Krystal Rhymo.
Yes. So y'all know, we ain't even going bullshit with y'all. We coming back and we going to talk about it.
Word.
Surviving our
Skip the introduction.
Woo, child.
Yes.
So, for those, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about it now. But either way, Lifetime had aired a 6-part series called Surviving R. Kelly. And they basically went over, gave the victims like a voice. And they was talking about all the abuse they endured and how he was. And I was just like, wow.
I was just, it made me angry. As a parent, it made me angry because you fucking with somebody else's kids. Point blank, period.
But that's what I wanted to talk about because I how can I say? Anybody that knows me knows how much I love R. Kelly. Well, I say loved because this kind of just threw me off. How much I loved him. And I was like, so much. I went to his concert probably like 2-3 years ago. And I'm thinking like, okay, we saw the series, right? But we knew this. You feel me? Like, we knew all of this. There was a tape. So I'm like, my thing is just like, this is so impactful because I think now that we're hearing the details. But what's more detailed than a tape of a man doing these things to these little girls? And we're outraged. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, is it because now, when it came out, a majority of people our age were kind of young?
Yes.
So a lot of us didn't have kids. We didn't have responsibilities. We didn't have those things that make us think outside of ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we saw it. You know what I mean? And we still bought that Chocolate Factory album.
I would say I was in my late teens.
Yeah, like I remember that because I remember somebody had brought it to my house, like, yo, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And they was like, that's your man? Because they know I loved R. Kelly. And it was just like, what the hell are we watching? But it was so like, you know, but it was, I don't know. It didn't.
I mean, was it a clear
me.
video for you? Because I never saw it. I just heard about it.
You don't want to see it.
And from what I see, like online, it's really not a clear video.
It's all right. I don't want to.
I don't want
the video.
I don't want to say that because the video's not clear, you didn't take it serious. I think that what happened with this Lifetime series, it made it more surreal, more real, and it was more details because that whole, video of Star's niece, that was just one victim. And then when he was married to Aaliyah, that was just married to Aaliyah. You see, you didn't hear about the control factors, the no eating, the don't look at this guy, don't talk to him. Parents trying to get in contact with their daughter and he's maneuvering ways so they can't contact their daughter. So we didn't hear about those things then. All you heard was R. Kelly likes young girls and he pees on them.
But listen to what you're saying though.
I know, but what I'm saying is that was just a little bit. It wasn't enough to make you go, oh my God, I play all his tracks.
Why not? Because first of all,
it should have.
If we hear that if we hear like, the dude down the street is running behind 15-year-old girls, the first thing we're going to think is try to get him locked up.
Exactly.
But
away.
Because it's R. Kelly, because we don't want to get rid of the star fact that everything he's contributed to music that we in our time was so, like that was our 2000s, that was our 90s, and there's so many songs that we don't even realize that he wrote.
And he wrote for people, so it was kind of like, he's gonna write me a track, shut your fucking mouth.
So but then I think it's like, it kind of, watching the series kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of fucked with me because I felt like, damn, why was the video not enough? Like, why is this so impactful? You know what I mean? And like you said, with the details, but then it's like the main issue is, it's like the main issue is the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the kids. We saw it.
And then for me, another part that makes me mad is that as a fan, we hoped.
Yeah, that's
him continue that.
We did, like,
because if we would have made a big deal out of it back then when MTV put the Aaliyah marriage on blast and the Star's niece came out, if we would have made a big deal then, like we are now, then it would have never been more victims.
Exactly, and then now it's gonna be even harder because now it's like we're just listening to things we let him get away with because he was found not guilty.
Oh, I said star, yeah.
He was found not guilty.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you can bring him up on charges in another state or another issue. But now it's like that's more over 10 years. 10 years that we you know what I mean? Like, I remember, and I think about it too. I'm like, it's so, the mind fuck behind it. And I think now that I'm older, now I'm able to I've experienced a little bit of life. I'm able to process things and I understand why I'm so angry with it. Mm-hmm. It's because I think, like, I'm not even I'll say 17, because most of the, other than Sparkle's niece, most of them were like 16, was 17, and unfortunately in a lot of states 17 is the age of consent. Mm-hmm. However, I think back when I'm 17, and I hear a lot of people like, well, they were 17, they should have known, and da da da. But then I think about it, like, when I was 17 and I had a crush on R. Kelly, if he had came to me and been like, I want you to sing, or I want you to come to my studio, there's nothing that would have made me be like this. I would not think that he's 30 something. I'm thinking like, it's R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I have a crush on you. You're like, you sing this. Mm-hmm. You're this. You're a megastar. And I'm like, why? It's so crazy how I see some adults talking about blaming the kids, blaming the children, like, oh, they 17, they would know. No, you don't, because when you're 17, you're infatuated with fame. You know what I mean? Some girls are like in their 30s. Look at Shorty who was 30 who got caught up in him.
Nah, don't even bring her up. She's stupid.
First of all, no, but then at the same time,
she was a journalist and everything.
That's the thing that bothered me. I'm not going to go by her age, because people, like I always say, with abuse, it's mental before physical. It's always mental before physical. You know what I mean? You have to. I had to control your mind before I can control you physically. Mm-hmm. So I'm like she said, like, you introduce things to kind of see what you're gonna let me get away with.
Okay, but real quick.
But yeah, where she lost me is that you're a journalist. You're on the radio, so artists. That's your job to know these people. Because when you're interviewing them, you need to know what you're asking them about. You know who's coming. You're supposed to find these things out. Mm-hmm. R. Kelly is not a secret. We all know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You 30-something, you 33 or whatever. When you met him.
Chose.
You knew what it was. Then she's like, oh yeah, I saw the video. And you knew there was a video when you met him.
She made a choice.
But she did what, like, she just kind of brushed it off. So her story had me like, bitch, I'm not here for your abuse part, but at the same time, you are still grown, and you should have known his history before you even jump in that. Because I'm not gonna know you're a pedophile, know this about you, have a feeling about it, and then do this. And then on top of that, you find out the history, you find out his history, you watch the tape, you know about this stuff, you know he's abusive, and you stay, in a sense, and then you participate
in the abuse of others.
Abuse of these young girls, knowing what you know. Yeah. Oh, I was scared. I get the fear, but at the same time, it's like the way she made it seem like when she left the airport, you could have left.
Didn't she call to go back? And he didn't want.
Yeah, she called to go back.
So that's what I was trying to say. She had a choice for a teenager. Okay, so a teenager and a grown woman in her 30s. See, a teenager's view of the future doesn't go that far. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
The 30-year-old lady, she could view her future, and she could see how far she can get based on what decision she makes. So for her, it was a choice.
But I feel like
for the teenagers, it wasn't a choice.
You knew the man you were with, just not even the abuse part, not even the mind control and all that stuff like that. That's a whole nother monster. But you knew the man that you was talking to off the rip. You should have known that. You're a journalist, you're in a race, so it's like, her story's whatever.
Her story's whack. She should have went in there to help people get out.
Another bunch of people this is another thing that really pissed me off, is that we as fans, like I said, we saw it, we kind of brushed it off. Oh, he's not guilty. We kind of let it go, like, okay, whatever. But there's people around that know the details. Like, dude was like, yeah, I would go to the studio and I saw a chick, he had a girl bent over. And you was good with that? That you good with that? Like, that you could come back the next day, you slept good that night?
What about the one that said he didn't ask them how old they were, but he could tell they were teenagers?
They were teenagers.
Okay, so were you not gonna ask R. Kelly what's up? Did you, like, not see the girls in rooms and be like, yo, do you want to get out of here? Like,
or not even just like, you know, a brothel when you see a fucking brothel. Like, you go, it's girls in each room just waiting, and you as an adult man is just like, you know what I mean? And that's another, that's a part of the business that sucks, and that's a part of the thing that sucks because so many people, it seemed like in that camp, it was about, you know, you can't fuck up the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't, and it's like a bad, it's like, damn. It just really fucked with my mom because I'm just like, so the producer was talking about that joint like it was everyday, like it was light. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you know, they were girls, and you know they were send, you know, that he has his people going around getting these girls. You know this. You in the studio, and you just come the next day and do your job, and now you're sitting in front of the camera talking about it. Like, dude, you need to be locked up with him.
Like, right when Lifetime was rolling, cops should have walked in and arrested them.
Like, you know,
oh, thanks for the information.
Yeah, after they rap and get everything, so sign this contract, aka your confession.
Thank you.
Come with me. Let me talk to you. Let me take you to a room real quick.
And then, like, you know what gets me mad about media and people? Oh, because he was acquitted and in documentation he wasn't found guilty. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. Like, the court system doesn't always work for minorities. You know what I mean? So for you to be like, oh, well, you know, he wasn't found guilty, so it's okay. No, but you know he did it. The court system doesn't always work for us. So what makes you think it's okay to just go by that? You know what I mean?
And like I said, but you know, and the funny thing about it is like this is another thing. Like, everybody's like comparing apples and oranges. Okay. Bill Cosby did what he did, right? We all was like, he did it. You know what I mean? Whatever Bill Cosby, he did it. Yeah. And there's no video. There's no evidence. It's just people talking.
And little pictures here and there.
But
they were there.
But pictures showing they were there. Them being there. And these are people that would be there because they're in the business as well.
Correct.
And we all was just like, he did it.
And these are grown women.
Yeah. But we was quick. Like, he did it. You know, yeah, fucking whatever. Bill Cosby, this, Bill Cosby, all this happy stuff. There was a video tape. Okay, and the little girl is one part, but we all see it's several girls on the tape. It's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, listen, you will never forget it. And it's like the little girls what fucked it up because it's like this little child, whatever.
I don't know the girls that are there.
So it's like we saw this. We know we saw it because we talked about it when we saw it. They was even saying, like, if you have the tape, you're in possession of child pornography. You know what I mean? They told you that on the news. Like, listen, y'all buying this shit, but you are in possession of child pornography. Throw that shit out the window. And when we threw it out the window, we threw the idea of it away too. You know what I mean? So it's like you could go to court and they could say you're not guilty because the person that they said is in the video, she says she's not, but of course we know her family got a check for that.
Even if she says she's not, that's a minor. Who gives a
if
she don't want to say that's her, fine.
I'm like,
that's not you, but that's a minor. Let's go.
That's her. I'm her parent. Like, you know what I mean? Her parents didn't say nothing. They let it go because I'm pretty sure they all got whatever they got out the deal. Even Sparkle, I was kind of pissed off with her too because I'm like, I got my friends. I got people that I hang out with. Okay. You know what I mean? You in the studio with these motherfuckers day by day, like you say. You see how they are. You see how he is with his wife. And then you sit there and you're like, well, you still introduce your young niece. And then when you see her there by herself, like, oh, she got dropped off there. You just like, what you doing here? And then she says to her, oh, well, he's having a slumber party and a whole bunch of kids go, and you leave her there? What grown man, even
but
I'm not even going to go to Michael Jackson. Michael had freaking Wonderland or whatever the fuck that shit was. And that's even kind of shaky. But still, as a grown man, this man has got a house. He ain't got no theme park in his backyard.
He don't got no teenage kids at the time.
He don't got no teenage kids. He got, he don't got none of that.
He ain't signing no Chris Brown at the time.
But not even that.
Nobody teenage to have teenage girls to come
Listen, he don't got
over.
a giraffe in the yard. You feel me?
Yeah.
He don't got a whole amusement park. And even if he did, still, why are you letting your kids sit here in a house with a grown man who has grown shit going on, or having a slumber party with kids? Like, and what? And you good with that? And now you want to sit there and cry? I should have never introduced them. If she's 13 or 14 or whatever, how old she is, why are you even letting her be there by herself.
Yeah, there shouldn't even be like
I
a
couldn't even go
5-minute
to
conversation. But
Damn.
hi, how are you? Okay.
I couldn't do none of that when I was young.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't, like, even if I couldn't go to choir rehearsal by myself. And I'm in the house of the Lord. I'm with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? My mom be right there in the back with her, sitting there reading her little magazine in church while I'm sitting there going over my notes. You feel me? Like, what are you doing?
Word.
And it's like you letting her go to this man's house when you know without you.
Yeah.
You bring her there. She going there by herself. You see her by herself, and you just be like, okay. And now you want to sit 10 years later. You want to sit down, and now you want to have the tears. You want to have all this stuff like that. Now you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody wants to speak up because nobody wants to say, I fucked up. I'm guilty of assisting him with the abuse. Nobody wants to own up to their part. Point blank, period. Because for that to go for that long, for there to be so many victims, is because he had help.
Yeah.
And none of the other help benefited the way he did. So everyone's speaking up now because they feel guilty. You got.
Do they feel guilty though, or do they?
He
do
don't
they
feel
just,
guilty, but they feel guilty in a sense where they don't want to get in trouble.
I feel like now they have opportunity. Now I think that now they're probably not on his payroll, and now is a way to kind of get back or get your check, because I don't see how now all of a sudden you're so sentimental. Now you're so now you want to talk in full detail about it. The only person that had any type of fear was the one who was behind had the blur and stuff like that.
Yeah, the one that they disguise himself with the voice.
But even that was kind of like whatever, but everybody else was out there free. Shorty had 3 hairstyles in the goddamn thing. You feel me? Like, so I'm just sitting here like when she was like, yeah, yo, I want them to see me with my straight backs, and then the next one they want to see me with my ponytail. Because
that was the mom of a victim.
No, she was a worker. She was like a backup dancer or something like that. And she was like, oh my God. She was like, oh my God. And then that's another thing. We're going to get to that. But she was like, when they talked about the little girl, it's like, oh, that was my baby. That's my baby. Bitch. Why was that? If that was your baby and you was there and that was how you felt, why didn't you question her being there by herself? That's not her kid. That's not his kid.
Word.
That's not his situation. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of shaky parts in there. I'm not taking away from what was done, because the details are still the details, and all of the victims have the same story.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So that's really what fucked with me, because I'm like, well, damn, this has to be real. And then when the mom went to go get the daughter and to see her transition, I was just like, did you notice? I peeped this in the fifth one when they was talking to the girl, Jocelyn or whatever. Okay. She was like, "Oh, I'm just in LA vacationing.
We're good.
Did you notice that the one who was the lady's daughter, the whole time she was just looking around,
the one with the haircut, the boy,
like the whole time she was like looking around, like like checking to see who's watching, or if it's okay. I'm pretty sure they know what to say, or they have rules of saying things.
Yeah, it looked like they're being ordered to do stuff, correct?
It was just crazy, and I'm just like...
I didn't understand her story either, because if he's after girls, why did he make your daughter look like a boy?
That threw me off.
And he's changing.
Or maybe he's just comfortable now. I don't know. I'm not going to...
That was weird.
That was weird to me. It's like, oh, you're going to be the boy of the crew. What?
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, I didn't get that part.
And then for her to be in there for 9 years.
Some details kind of threw me off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that goes back to the mind fuck of the abuse. Yeah. Because if you're being in a situation where you're being controlled, like I said, you control the mind before you control the physical.
All right.
So it's you have to mind fuck. You have to make these people feel like they don't got no options, or you have to make them feel like you are their everything. That's why he cuts them off from that a lot of people do. A lot of men do that abuse women. They cut you, they do things to cut you off from your family so that they can have you do what they want you to do. Yeah. It's like, and we're pleasers, we're nurturers as women, so we're gonna want to. We don't want to make you mad, because making you mad just ruins the situation. That you might be doing those really good things for me, or you may make me feel good here. So I want to get back to this, so I'm gonna endure this. And you've mind fucked me to a point where, because that's a part of mental abuse that we don't know because nobody recognizes what they can't see. You know what I mean? So it's different with abuse because physical, I could see he's punching you in the face. I could see he's beating you up. So now I could say something. But the mental abuse is where it really happens. No. Because all you have to do is break down somebody and then you can rebuild them how you want them to. And you don't even realize it's happening to you.
Yo, what about the 30-year-old? She said the turning point was it her third day she didn't eat?
Yo,
the first day I would have been out.
First of all, I'm
3 days without food. I'm gonna be out on the first day
because I'm sorry.
I'm hungry.
30
3 days. That's abuse. That's a lot of mind control.
First of all,
I
don't even want to meet the nigga that's gonna have me not eat.
Okay, yo, what did he do?
I don't know.
Besides keep in a room in the dark.
That's what I'm like. You gotta put me in the room and lock me in that bitch with niggas outside talking about you can't eat. I'm not gonna be sitting next to you while you got fries and I ain't eat. I eat fries. I can have fries. I'm still eating your fries because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
That's why her story kind of made me be like, bitch.
The mind control was real.
So you saw the sharks in the water and you jumped in that bitch with no life save, nothing.
I just kept thinking about
no bubble, just jump in.
3 days without food. I was just kept thinking about that.
Trust the celebrity. You gonna read like, oh yeah. What?
Mind control.
Her story fucked me up. I mean, I get it. I'm with the kids. I'm talking about mind control. Her story I have a couple questions. Yeah. Okay, because you a journalist. Like I said before, you a journalist. You ain't know nothing. You thought you was special.
It was by choice.
You on tour with him.
She had other boyfriends to compare him to. Like, my last boyfriend didn't do this.
You had a videotape to compare him to.
The 14-year-olds didn't.
Guess
what?
But
you did.
My old boyfriends don't have a sex tape with a 14-year-old.
Word. Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
So
they shouldn't even give her no airtime.
She's like, oh, I feel special. Should have got a different victim. Like, yeah, right?
You know what? We'll save yours for last.
Bring the little young girl.
Maybe if we do a part 2 next year or something.
Like, but think of the fandom, though.
Like, wasting my time.
Think of the fandom that has to go with this. This man is going to court for child molestation, all this stuff like that. And as a 16, 17-year-old, you're cutting school to go. Think of that. Think of the celebrity levels, and that's why it's so fucking important that we watch what the fuck our kids is doing, watch what they listening to, pull up on them in school,
and be fearless. Like the parents that remember the parents for that girl Azalea, whatever her name is. The father went and talked with him over the phone or had conversations with him, and you still didn't get your daughter back.
My thing is
like how does another man disrespect you with your child?
With your child,
like that's
your daughter.
If the man went to go pick up his daughter and he didn't let her out, like that's like violent. Like that's me come back with a weapon.
Their whole thing is
that's
like
crazy.
Even the other two was like, oh, well, I was 17. Well, I was 17. Nothing my mother could do. Shit.
At 18, my mom still had control over me.
18, 17,
almost and 19.
Okay,
19.
I'm going to work. It's 10:30, bitch. You got off at 10. Where you at? You work 20 minutes away. Why is it 10:30? You not here?
Exactly. I couldn't go in walk in the house after 12 a.m. just because I was 19.
That's why I had a couple questions. I'm like, is your child celebrity? Is your child? It's not even a kid's dream. If your dream of your child being a celebrity that important that you're willing to risk all of your morality as a parent, you know what I mean? Because we have to question the parents. We have to question parents.
They were getting paid.
I'm not taking away from, like, I'm disgusted with the whole situation because there's so many things that's involved to allow this to happen and still happen.
So many people.
You know what I mean? It's so much. It's like, I'm not taking away from him. R. Kelly, I can't because now I know the details of your ways. Mm-hmm. So now it's just like, I feel kind of fucked up because I let the video, I did what everybody else did. I let the video go over my head. I let the allegations go over my head. But now as an adult, and now it's out here. Like, this is what's happening now. And this man is still making music and we still buying it and we're still supporting it. I'm kind of like, shit. Like, you know, I'm pulling like a tower. We was rolling for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to do because it's like, really, my nigga? Like, you guys away with it so much that now it's to the point where you just don't give a fuck.
Word.
You know what I mean? Because normally if you know you get caught doing something, you kind of be like, yeah, let me chill. you have a problem because this is still happening. But then you found the loophole because it's like, I'm not going to get them 14 no more. I'm going to get them 17. You know what I mean? So now it's like you can leave, but your parents can't really.
Yeah, he gets them right in the middle.
Right there where it's like, or he
starts them at the beginning.
Where
and
it's
then
like,
when
you're
it's
young
time,
enough for me to groom you and have you here. Because that's what that was with that girl. Like, you're grooming her. You're the boy of this situation. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do this and do this to control you, groom you, whatever, to be this person. And you're so into it that this is what you're doing. But it's just like, really?
Yeah. It's sad.
Like, this is what but then once again, back to the parent. Like how could your 14-year-old not be home?
That's what I was.
How could your 14-year-old not be? Yeah. How do you not know? Like, there's not enough school. There's not enough work in the world that you don't know where your children are.
They knew.
And if you do know, how is it okay? Yeah, kids lie. I've lied.
No, but remember,
I can't lie I can't lie every day. You know, I'm in a school after school program. Bitch, why your grades what they are?
No. The parents knew where they were because remember, a couple of the parents were saying they would call and they wouldn't get the phone call, so they knew they were there. What they weren't doing wasn't enough.
Why weren't you there with them?
And when they did do enough, he had to pay them off.
It was like, but my thing is,
because the mother that was calling, remember, she was calling and she didn't get through. Okay, why didn't you get your ass in a car? Take your ass to the studio, knock on them doors and say, let's go, it's time for you to go. The same
Why weren't you there?
She didn't do it. They didn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're so trusting of this situation and you want your kid to be a star. So you're going to let your kid, it's like all morality go out the window. All rules go out the window. All thought goes out the window because you want your kid to be a star. Oh, she's with R. Kelly. He's going to make her a star. He's also going to make her his sex slave. And meanwhile, you're home waiting for your check to come in.
Yeah.
Waiting for the kid to pop off. Kids have talents. We know. We want them to excel in it. We want them to be great. But as a parent, you're supposed to be there. Bow Wow's mom was his manager. Okay? That means she was there. Monica's mom was her manager.
Brandy's mom was her manager. And Ray J's manager.
Okay? They were there. They watching the contracts. They watching all that shit.
Britney Spears' mom was
her manager. We gonna all be in the studio till 3 a.m. What happened? That's like, you know what I mean? Like, what happened? Like, I don't get where the disconnect came in there. And that's why I'm like, it's so much more that it's people that helped this situation keep going and going and going. It's like, you feeding the monster. How dare you? And then you get on here and you crying and you having all these things. You were part of this.
Yeah.
His wife made me mad.
Oh.
His ex-wife.
I can't understand her. Like,
I don't get her.
13 years.
Not even that, because once again, when you're in a situation, you're in a situation. I'm not taking that from her. She
fucking knew.
Nah, I'm not taking that from her. But the aftermath is what I'm talking about. Because you on this show, you talking about all these horrible things. Okay, fine, that could have happened to you. It happens. It happened to Tina Turner. We can't even say nothing about that. But what I'm saying is that the aftermath, you out of the situation, you on the show, you talking about, oh, he not helping with his kids and he's a monster and
for 20,000.
I fuck you, no, for whatever. I was pregnant. You telling all these horrific stories, and then there's videos of you in a car with your new dude over here like, yeah, I'm rocking out to my baby daddy.
Yeah, he's doing this for his kids. Yeah, you left for 20 and nothing.
But fuck the money. You on TV, and then now they're saying like, oh, the video's old. Okay, if the video is old, this is still the reality, because if it's old, then it's been happening. Now you're just talking about it. You know what I mean? So if it's a month old or last week, it's still current, because you can't say, oh, he taking care of his kids. You over here proud to. If that happened to me, fuck your music, my nigga.
Yeah.
If that happened to me, like, you on a reality TV show being a victim, because she was on, I can't remember which one it was, but she was on a reality TV show. I think it was like,
she was the
Wives,
where Eddie Murphy's wife was in, ex-wife was in it, the ex-wives of Hollywood.
So it's like, you on that show and you a victim and you so this and you that and this and that and this and that, but then fast forward, you good with his music, you rocking out, happy people, and everything is having a good time. And you saying that he is handling his business, then fast forward, now you're scum. You're this. You're that. Which one is it, ma?
She's doing okay. So
I
in
can't
the past,
sympathize. I
she
can't
was
sympathize
in
with
she
you.
was worried about the fame. In the past, it was all about the fame, just like it is now. So right now, what's making her famous is the shit he did, right? And even then, she loved the fame. The fame then was his music, his talent. So she's just on that fame train. She don't care if it's negative or bad. She wants to be in that news, in that light. So I think for her, like, yeah, she had good times with him, which was the money and the lifestyle. And then she had the bad times, the abuse. So she be flip-flopping. She be having, like, flashbacks of the good time and thinking about, like, yeah, happy people. Money, remember? And then, like, when she met, oh, that motherfucker used to abuse me. So she be flip-flopping. For her is, I'm on this fame train, and I love the name, Kelly, right?
True.
She's on that fame train, Kelly. You know, people open doors with that name for her. So that's why she be acting that way. She be back and forth. Whenever it serves her right. Because when she was on that reality show with the ex-wife, she had like 1 or 2 scenes when she cried. And then there were scenes where she didn't allow no one to talk negative about him. Like I said, she's a flip-flopper. She'd be like, oh, I remember the time when he was good, and I remember the time when he was bad, but right now, I'm making money talking about the bad. So she'll just stick on that. And she'll continue that way. She'll say whatever you want to hear at that time. So, you know.
That's all I got to say to that.
Yeah, like.
But how you feel about this? Because this is another thing that kind of threw me off. That girl who was like talking like, oh, yeah, we was around Leah and da-da-da-da. But her parents released a statement saying that they was with her the whole time, that she was out there with him, and that they never even been around her, and that they was not going to let this show ruin her legacy.
I don't believe that they were with her the whole time, because how was he able to get your daughter married? You weren't there. How was he able to, if so, take her virginity? You weren't there. You weren't there on the tour bus. You weren't there when your daughter got married. And you definitely weren't there when she was having that interview telling he's the best friend in the whole wide world. Yeah. Why is your 15-year-old on TV saying he's his best friend in the whole wide world? I would have came out and be like, excuse me, I told my daughter who's 10, I'm your best friend in the whole wide world.
But even still, you ain't got no friends. Like, you ain't got no kid friends.
So they lying. And the facts are there. You weren't there every day. Maybe you were a call away, but you guys weren't there. Because how does your 15-year-old get married to a grown-ass man?
I thought that was kind of weird.
And then for it to get a no 2 months later, so you probably wasn't there for 2 whole months. Because 2 months later, you find out, and so let's get this taken care of.
That's how I was like,
nah, they lying.
Like, the shit didn't even come out. Like, it was like literally the first day, and it was like, nope, she ain't know my daughter. And I'm like, like, I don't know, what was it? Was it Vibe magazine or something like that? They published that shit. They had it in the magazine. Like, yep, here we go.
Yeah. Nah, they be lying. He got away with everything because people allowed it. Point blank, period.
Yo, and I feel like we as fans, I think as fans, we allowed it too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just looked at a little bit of the details and didn't go further into it. Because, okay, so R. Kelly is a monster in the sense that he abused, controlled 14-year-olds. But there are a lot
of women in general.
But the part
that's the
is the 14-year-old, because the whole mind control of a grown woman, you know, there's sympathy there, but not as much as you have multiple teenagers in your home, locked up, multiple threesomes with teenagers and
then that's what I'm not talking about I'm talking about the teenagers.
So what I'm saying is,
even the interview we
look past that.
But that's the problem, though. It's like, so if we looking past that, we should look past it. Like, this is also another question.
This is what I was gonna say. What I'm saying is, it's normal for us to look past it, because R. Kelly's not the only one. There are multiple grown men, celebrities, who secretly dated teenagers, had children with teenagers, and, you know, still dating young girls. And, like, for example, Diddy.
Oh God, we're not going to do
now
this.
Now that Cassie looks a certain age,
we're
you know it's
not
over.
Gonna do this.
But if you want to go look at the facts and look at birth dates of when his baby moms were born
First
and
of all,
when his kids were born.
First of all,
what I'm saying is the norm for people to look away.
That's another thing. Everybody
It's
was
the
putting
norm
that
for
shit out.
people to look away.
Everybody was putting that shit out. It's a difference in 4 years, 5 years. Misa was 20. I know she's not 42. Misa's not 42. Misa is older. She was in video. She's in a Biggie video with the baby. Like she's 45 years old.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it then, because if you
I'm
look
saying,
at the age and the years that people were born,
yes,
you
and
would
if you
say
look at their
it's
real
wrong.
age, she was 20 years old when she had Justin. Everybody's like, she was 17. No, she met him when she was 17. She had Justin. She is 45 years old.
No,
but either way, it's a difference.
No.
It's a difference. No.
I'm just gonna say something.
Let me finish.
Her birth year is either 75, and then the Bait and her first son was born in 1993, and P Diddy was born 1969. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen,
75, 69, 93.
Listen,
you cannot make up an age.
No, listen. Whatever is whatever.
So what I'm saying is the norm for us to look away when a guy is dating a teenager.
What I'm saying is this.
That's what people do.
It's a difference in you being 17 and 22. As opposed to being 17 and 35. You feel me? Like it's a difference. You know what I mean? It's a difference. It's like 17 and like say you 18, you got 20. It's kind of looked at like, what the fuck are you doing? But you're still in a certain, you know what I mean? You're not 32 talking to a 17-year-old. You're not 35 talking to us. What the fuck do y'all have to talk about? 22, correct. You still kind of figuring out your shit. You entering your shit. So everybody trying to figure out their shit. But when you 35, 32, whatever, you know your shit. You know what you're doing with that 17-year-old.
5 years difference is okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But not 10-year difference. Not 69, 75.
It depends on where you at with it.
I'm just saying.
It depends on where you at with it.
Not 69, 75.
Because, okay, but that's not true, because like I'm 37. Would I date a 47-year-old? Yeah. And we're both adults.
Yeah, but that's not what happened. I mean?
But when you're
about
17,
teenagers.
when you're 17, you don't need to talk to a 27-year-old. That's when the line is.
when you're 15, you don't need to talk to a 27-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like,
15.
Well, okay, well, 15.
And then had it at 16.
Yeah, like,
and he was 27.
That's what I'm saying.
69, 75, 93.
No, we're not doing that.
So we could play those numbers.
Either way, so okay, if that's the case. I know, right? We're going to play them shits later. Either way, I'm not going to, because it's more
Either
research.
way, it's the norm that a lot of people.
Get into it with that.
No, it's the norm. Grown men look away when grown men date teenagers. It's normal. Right now, it's crazy because it's like, no, it's not just one 14-year-old at a time. He has multiple. He's like, it's a whorehouse. Like, that's what's the problem. Because you got, like I said, you have people who do date one at a time. You know what I mean? And people, look away, and they make her dress a certain way so people don't really pay attention to their age. They don't, hang out with their friends so people don't pay attention to their age. So how do we feel about
Jay-Z and Beyonce?
What was the age? I didn't look.
Wasn't Jay-Z like Jay-Z was like almost 40,
and she was like
18.
That's 18. We're talking about 14 to 17 is a no-go.
Okay, so 18.
If she's still in high school, it's a no-go. If she's an intelligent girl in college and 14, still a no-go.
Wait, what?
Like, them kids with them high IQs and they in college. No go regardless. You could be intelligent, but you still a no-go. That's it, point blank, period. There's no what if. No,
I'm not saying that, but
14
I'm like,
to 17, it's a no-go.
First of all, 17 down. Leave it alone.
14, 17, like, you gotta be 18 done.
Hold on, speaking of that, because this is also another thing that fucked me up, and it kind of laid the I'm not gonna say the understanding. It kind of laid the line, like, okay, this is where it starts, because R. Kelly, his younger brother, and I don't know if his older brother, but his younger brother they all were molested. It just came out exactly who, by his 16-year-old sister. Yeah, when they were 6 and 10. So it's like details from that kind of be like, this creates that. Yeah. Sometimes it creates someone to act as if, just act on that. Or sometimes it does what his brother does and breaks him down. But I don't know what the fuck is up with that older brother. Did you hear that nigga?
When he said it's okay.
He said, I like old women. My brother likes young women, like young girls. And it was just like, what? And then he was like mad at the younger brother. Cause remember in the beginning, R. Kelly was trying to say his younger brother was the one on the tape. Mm-hmm. I remember that. He was like, "Oh, my younger brother looked just like me." No, he don't. But he's like, and then he was offering him money. And the older brother was like, "Why wouldn't you take the money?"
That's what I'm saying. You cannot try to understand crazy.
I'm not trying to understand
you
crazy.
Can't
but I was just like, nigga, that's why you in jail now.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense, and that's why they put him in. They left him in his, prison clothes on, so you can understand who was talking.
I understand, but
they didn't want you to be fooled the way R. Kelly fools these people. Like, look, let's keep you in your prison clothes.
This is where they cut. This is where you come from.
Keep your clothes on, bro. Say what you're gonna say.
This is the family line. Right
exactly.
Here.
This is why this is happening. But even if these things happen to you as a child, you're an adult now. You know right from wrong. You got a problem. Go seek help, and not.
But you got
that way.
It's yeah.
So fuck R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe next year, because time heals everything. Maybe 5 years from now, I could probably put Happy People.
But that's exactly what we did.
And not think about it.
That's the problem. We did that. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're all outraged right now. We was outraged 10 years ago. And the nigga released Step in Name of Love and fucking, what is it? The World's Greatest. And I believe. And we forgot all about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we forgot about it. Are we going to let this go? This is so disgusting. And it's in detail. And now we're old enough we have kids. We have responsibility. I don't have kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like, we have kids around us. We have responsibilities. We're looking at kids. They dealing with the world. And now you have to deal with this.
Yeah.
And they kids love these rappers and all this stuff like that. And these singers. It's like, it's another, like, are we going to really let it go? What happens now? Because we already did what we're doing now. You know what I mean? And like you said, it like 5 years, we're going to be like, whatever. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Yeah, we won't go to his restaurant. I mean, restaurant, you hear me? Uh-huh. Yeah, we're not going to go to his concert. But we still going to rock out to this song because that's what we love. Seems Like You're Ready used to be my shit.
Word.
And then now you hear the words like, ooh. You know what I mean? It's whole 12 play album, you like, ooh.
Yeah. I'm not going to listen to the 12 play. Anything sexual, I'll keep his Christmas tracks.
But still, it doesn't matter.
And the Happy People track.
It's still.
That's it.
It's
See,
still,
Christmas track. I won't even think about the sex in either of those tracks.
Like, are we going to be outraged or are we just going to be like...
Look,
exactly.
So okay, so now I feel like going forward, people keep your kids away from him.
Well, yeah.
And then you got prosecutors right now. If there's any victims that want to seek help or want him to do the time for what he did, speak up because it's up to them, really.
Help ain't gonna do it. This is a lifestyle. That is his lifestyle, and it's been proven because this has been happening before the tape got released. It's happening now. So this is a lifestyle, and there's people around that help it happen. Yeah. So it's more to it than just let him seek help because he has helpers.
No, I don't want him to seek help. I mean, like, for the victims.
You have to cut the head off the snake. Like, you have to put him in jail some type of way.
And that's what's gonna take that.
But we can't do that until we Bill Cosby that nigga. We gotta Bill Cosby him. We gotta throw him under the bus. We gotta shit on him. We gotta really do what we gotta do to make it happen. Word. Because it's going to keep happening. And then what also is gonna happen is that it's gonna be people that you know the moves, you know how it happens. So now it's gonna branch off to more. It just creates more situations, and then you're damaging these girls. So if they do get free, who knows what they're gonna give to the world? We need to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's so sad, and it's like, I don't know if it's gonna happen because we're so forgiving and we don't want to let go of the legacy that we're just gonna let it happen. We're not gonna listen to nothing new. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because when they throw one Step in the Name of Love at the barbecue, we're gonna want to step.
Like in 2 years.
You know what? I don't even know how to end the show. I don't even know what to do. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
this is hard. I don't know what to do.
What I know what to do is going forward for any new artist that I like now, anybody in 2019, I'm just not gonna buy your shit if you're just like another R. Kelly, because we gotta put a stop to it.
But we don't know.
They're gonna just keep going. I'm just saying, when shit comes out, we're gonna act on it a lot faster now. We're not gonna let 10 years go by and another victim come out. You know what I'm saying? Shut it down when it comes up. Like, didn't they have 6ix9ine, and he's young, supposedly was dating a young girl as well, and he's in his 20s. Cut that shit off right from the beginning. Put them on blast right from the beginning.
Not happening. It's like something, I don't know. And that's what needs to happen. But
everybody needs to go down. R. Kelly, his whole entourage, and that's the problem. That when he goes down, other people are gonna go down, and that's it.
But you know what? I think that we, as the people, need to stick to our anger. We are the reason. We are helping the situation. We're still funding this man. I'm guilty. I just went to a R. Kelly concert 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Cut it out. All right, happy people.
I will go to a Christmas concert.
This has been another episode. Okay, real quick. I'm done. I don't even know. I mean, we got to come back to this. We should revisit
We will come back because we'll figure. Hopefully, they will prosecute him and we'll be able to talk about
under
that.
Investigation now again.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. We're gonna revisit this in 6 months. 6 months, we're gonna revisit it because we got to see if our energy is still the same.
For real.
If that's the case, then anytime anybody come out with some shit, we got to just let it go.
For real. Nah.
We have to. Because you cannot condemn. I cannot let you slide and then let.
Nah.
We gotta figure out. We'll revisit. We'll revisit this.
We'll get him.
We'll revisit
We're
this.
gonna get him.
Anyway, we just wanted to sound off on this because it's just a lot.
For real.
This has been another episode of OK Real Quick. I'm your host, Tameka Monae.
And I'm Krystal Ramos.
So make sure you please leave us some comments. Leave us on the IG page at OKRealQuick, on the YouTube page, OKRealQuick, Facebook. We need to go live on this.
For real.
We should go live. We might do that. I think we'll do that. So when this airs, you know what I mean, we're gonna check in with y'all. We're gonna go live because we gotta talk to us. But y'all gotta be following that page at OKRealQuick on Instagram. And feel free to email us OKRealQuick@gmail.com. Okay, because I got some more shit on my heart.
For real.
We gotta see them. Happy people.